What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. We are back today with another e-bike review. We've got a DYU King 750. This is a really nice bike, and what's even nicer than the bike is the affordable price tag. So here it is, the DYU King. This is a $1,299 bike. When you talk about e-bikes, that is really cheap for a big 26-inch by 4 fat tire bike. Guys, this is a really nice bike, and I've only ridden it 1 mile to get from my house over to here, and I'm here to tell you already, this thing is very comfortable. The bike itself is pretty heavy, as most e-bikes are. It weighs 97 pounds. It has a maximum speed listed of 28 miles an hour. And it's waterproof to IP54 standards. So 330 pounds is what you can carry on this thing. Could you imagine? 330 pounds? Well, the average speed on this is around 22 miles an hour. And it's got a lithium-ion battery. Of course, it sits right here. And it's got a lock so people can't just take your battery. It's one of those battery-in frames, so the battery will actually drop out from the bottom. And speaking of batteries, it's a 20 amp hour battery, 48 volt. So getting on with the motor, it's a 750 watt brushless high speed motor. And right next to the motor, we have your hydraulic disc brakes. These are 180 millimeter disc brakes, and your mineral oil right here and right here. If you move along to the other side, you're going to find your Shimano 7-speed gear set right here, and your Tourney derailleur. This is a really nice bike, guys. It really is. The brakes feel good. It's got the nice, I don't know what these are, but it's got these humps on the handles right here. It makes it so easy to rest your hand and be comfortable and confident while riding. It's very nice. You've got this twist throttle right here, and you've got 3 levels of pedal assist right here. You've got a little bell. It's something. Your power button's in the middle, your pedal assist levels up and down right there. You do have a headlight on the front. Of course, you've got suspension on the front as well. You've got a manual lockout control right there. You've got your preload adjustment right here. And even though it does not have a rear suspension, it does have a suspension seat, which is very stiff. As you can see, it clearly works. Your charge port is over here, and the screen on this, it's a very bright day, but the screen on this is actually really nice. I think if you hold the plus button, there we go, that turns on the headlights, and you should be able to see the headlight has kicked on now. You got a nice front reflector. You've got a rear reflector as well. Of course, the seat is adjustable, very heavily padded, very comfortable bike. Very simplistic in its design, very easy to use, and I hope you can see that screen, because honestly, the screen on this thing is absolutely beautiful. It's a color screen. I really like it. So now that we've gone over all of the specs, maybe we should take this thing out for a ride. Well, you know what it's time for. We're going to put it through its paces. It's got 1 mile on the odometer for me riding it here. It's got a full battery with 5 bars. So we're just gonna hit it and see what it does. I've got the tires very underinflated, and that's for good reason. These gravel roads, if you air these tires up, make them hard as a rock, you're going to slip and slide and fall right off the bike. So it is important to understand that because of the nature of the roads I'm on, I have to underinflate the tires, and we're going to take it out on the road with underinflated tires too, which might slightly impact our range and our top speed. I am 5'11" and a half. I'm 210 pounds, and I'm currently speeding. I'm doing 22 miles an hour on gravel. I'm getting a little too confident there. 22 miles an hour on the gravel. Probably not the best idea I've ever had. Let's take this thing off the beaten path here. I got a little spot over here I like to test these bikes out on, see how it handles real rugged off-road terrain. So we're going to jump down, I don't know, let's try about here. We're going to be very careful, because this is some pretty rugged terrain out here. This is my favorite way to take these bikes though. Ow! I just got bit by a daggum horsefly. they'll chase you, man. If you don't know about horse flies, you're lucky. Because out here, we got them. They will follow you, chase you, and then bite the living hell out of you. So it's getting kind of rocky and rough here. We're gonna try to climb. Oh, we did a wheelie. We did a wheelie on that one. Oh man, that was epic. Not a problem. That was not a problem at all. This bike handled that great. And it did it with no rear suspension. Let's come off the beaten path here again. Oh yeah. Boy, she's tough. And here we're gonna jump off of this. Oh wow. Oh man, that was a hard hit, guys. No joke, that was hard. It moved the camera. No joke. Here, let me straighten you guys out a little bit. How's that? All right. Well, I think we've proven our point. That was I came off of that a little harder than I wanted to, and all my weight went onto these handlebars and onto that front suspension. I'm here to tell you, it did a great job. Oh yeah, not a problem. All right. Hey, off-road capabilities. I'm gonna call that a win. Let's take her out on the road. All right, off-road again. Not a problem. This bike eats it like it's nothing. Brakes are amazing. Very nice brakes. And here we go. Really should have aired those tires up. I've got them way too underinflated to be on the pavement like this. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. 29 miles an hour, and I've got some seriously low tires. Wow. It's holding 28.8 now. We're about to go downhill. Going up the hill is going to be the real test, though. Let's see what it does going down the hill. 28.5, 29. Yes, 30. We just hit 30. Back down to 29, 28, 27. Not bad. Going up the hill, though, is the real test. We're already going up the hill. We're halfway up, 27 miles an hour, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21. That's very common. That's normal. Most bikes do about 20 miles an hour up the hill. This one did 21. This is nice, guys. I like this bike. I really do. This is a great on-road and off-road bike. And I guarantee if we had the proper air in the tires for these roads, it would probably be a whole lot better. But as it is, no complaints. Yeah, you could definitely feel on the road how these tires really need some air in them. Ow, I just got hit in the face by a bug. I'm telling you guys, it's brutal out here today. There we go. Yeah, back to off-roading, absolutely great with minimal air pressure. I probably don't have more than 5 PSI in these tires, which makes it a super comfortable ride. It's really smooth. Let's hang a right. Oh yeah, boy, you can hear those tires flexing when I turn. They're begging for air. That's all right. Here we go. 25, 26. I'm speeding right now. 27. We're holding at 27. I'm not even pedaling, guys. I'm not pedaling at all. Here, I'll pedal now. Here we go. I'm pedaling. We're doing 23, 24, 25. Here's a pretty big bump right here with gravel. Nice. I'm going to slow it down because these tires are so low. They flex so much when I'm turning corners. I feel bad for not putting more air in them before I left. I should have. All right, let's continue. This thing rocks. Absolutely rocks. It's a nice, tall bike. The suspension is absolutely beautiful. And believe it or not, the suspension built into the seat really makes a difference. It's really comfortable. Between the suspension seat and the thick padding, it almost feels like you've got a bike with rear suspension. It's absolutely wonderful, super comfortable to ride. Whether you're on the street, off-road, this is great. This is really, really nice. Oh, flexing those tires. Ooh, oh man. Big bump. And right there, that seat absorbed all of that. I think I might actually like the suspension seat better than rear suspension on a bike. I'm really starting to fall in love with the seats that have the shock absorbers built in. Let's get back on the road. Oh, look, we're riding an electric bike and we're about to pass an electric car. There you go. That's what it's all about, man. Clean energy, efficiency, no coal, no diesels, no gasoline. I'm totally kidding. We all know better. I think we all know better, don't we? Don't we all know where electricity comes from? And don't we all know that Teslas are delivered on the backs of semi-trucks? I think we do. Anyway, this is a great little bike, man. Really nimble. It gets down the road just fine. I think we'll put a good 4, maybe 5 miles on this thing. Let's see if we can make a quick turn here without getting run over, preferably. There we go. All right, I'm gonna ride us on back to the Hacienda. We'll take it on some more gravel roads, and then we'll give a final thoughts when we're done. And just like that, we're back. I was hoping we could take it through some of that sand where the construction's going on. It's Sunday, man. It's Sunday, and they got construction people out here working on it. I love riding through that. It's a great test for bikes and the torque of the motor going through a lot of deep sand and dirt. I mean, it really taxes the motor. So I really enjoy doing that. But since we've got construction workers out here doing some grading, it looks like, I guess we can't go out there today because I'm sure they would not be happy to see us. So here we are back with the bike, man. The 750 watt motor did a great job of getting us through everything we wanted to go through. The suspension did absolutely phenomenal. In fact, you can kind of see the line up here to see how far the suspension travel is. And that's pretty impressive, guys. That's got a lot of travel on those forks, which was great when I really hit that jump a little too hard, and I came down with all of my weight on the handlebars. So that's the first time I've ever done that. It was an accident. I did not intend to hit as hard as I did, but it is what it is. It happened, and the bike took it with no issue. I never fell. The suspension held up. The bike itself held up just fine. So I'm really, really happy with it. We do need to check, though, and see what the mileage is. Currently, we are at 5 miles. Hopefully, again, I can't tell if you guys can see that or not because of how bright it is out here, but we've put 5 miles on it, and the battery is over here, and the battery, it still has 1, 2, 3, 4, it's 5 bars. It's full. It's absolutely full. 5 miles of really heavy riding. I did almost no pedaling because I've gotten lazy. Almost no pedaling at all. Full throttle, full send, pedal assist 3, running it through the dirt and the rocks and everything. Up hills, down hills, and there you have it. It's still got a full battery, so it's ready for more. This would be a great bike for just about anything. If you want to take it out on the road, absolutely great. It'll handle the road just fine if you air up the tires to what they should be, which is probably somewhere around 20 PSI. If you want to go off-road, great. Just take a little air pressure out of the tires, drop them down to about 10, 7 to 10 PSI, and you're good for off-road. This bike is very capable of doing just about anything you'd want to do with it. And for the price, again, $1,299. This is one of the cheapest fat tire 26-inch e-bikes that I've ever reviewed. This is an insanely good price on a really good quality bike. And I can say that because I've done things with it that most of you won't. Most people that buy these bikes are either buying them to ride around their paved neighborhood, or maybe they want to go riding around some nature trails. Well, typically, nature trails that you're going to be riding these bikes on do not have little cliffs and lots of rocks to fall over and jumps and stuff. They're going to be, you know, dirt tracks for sure, and there may be some grades here and there up and down, but for the most part, they're pretty easy trails that most people can ride. This bike will absolutely do that for you and a whole lot more. So there you have it, the DYU King 750. I'm here to tell you, it's a cheap bike. And I don't like using the word cheap because it implies low quality. This bike is anything but low quality. Budget-friendly, economical bike. That's what this bike is. It packs a punch for a really, really affordable price. I am absolutely satisfied with the bike, and I want to make it very clear, these companies don't pay me anything. They send me a bike and I'm going to give you my honest review. I don't get any money, whether it's a good review, whether it's a bad review, I get nothing. The company that sends these bikes, they get no say over what I do in the video. It's all up to me. I want to make that very clear. All of my reviews are my own opinions only, not influenced by any of these companies. It's great to get a free bike, sure, but if it's a piece of crap, I'm going to tell you guys, this bike is horrible. Don't buy it. But so far, all of the bikes I've been sent have been wonderful bikes, including this one. This one is a great bike, and I think you're really going to enjoy it if you're looking for one. Like I said, a link will be down below this video if you're interested, and if they give me a discount code for you guys, well, I'm going to include that too. So be sure to check the description box below because you might be able to save even more money.